So in this video, I'm going to go over a art project idea. So the basic idea of this project is to combine two different items from two different interests that you have. So like this one, for example, I did a paint palette because I like art, and a pepperoni pizza because I like pizza. And I merged the two together to make a pizza that looks like a paint palette. Use the pepperonis as sort of the little spots for the paint. I merged those together so it can be two different things from two different aspects or two different interests that you have. So I'm going to go ahead and do another one. This one's going to be two different things, and I'm going to merge those two together so you can sort of get an idea. And I think the main thing for this is you have to brainstorm quite a bit before you actually start doing it. Write down a few different interests that you have and maybe some items from that interest so that you can sort of see two things that can combine together. All right, so with this new idea here, I'm gonna combine a guitar and a landscape or a mountain landscape. The guitar because I like music, and then the mountain landscape because I like to explore and be outside. So I turn my paper this way because I'm going to draw the guitar right here and the landscape here, and then combine them together in the middle. So you don't necessarily have to draw all three, like the two different things you're combining. You can just draw the middle part, like where you've already combined them together. But I like drawing all three like this because that way it tells more of a story, and it more so illustrates what you're doing and what you're combining together. All right, so first we'll go ahead and draw the guitar up here. Okay, so I got the guitar drawn. Now I'm going to go down here to the landscape and do that real quick. And I'll also color those in with some colored pencils. Okay, so I've got that sketched out, the guitar and the little landscape. So now we're going to try and merge them together. And I probably should have left myself a little more space right here to do it, but we'll go ahead and try and merge these two together. So first what I'm going to do is basically just draw the guitar again, the outline of it here. And I'm going to try and fit the landscape inside of the outline of the guitar. So now I've got the guitar drawn, the landscape down here, and now I did the outline of the guitar in the middle, and I drew this little circle because that's where like the opening of the guitar is. So I'm going to try and line that up with the sunset right here. This is the sun. So I'm going to try and sort of line that up when I'm combining them. So that way I can have a starting point to where I know to draw the rest of this stuff. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave this as an outline. I'm not going to draw like the guitar lines or strings. I'm just going to try and put this from here up to here and sort of transfer it up there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. Okay, so I've got that pretty much done. So I used the outline of the guitar and put the landscape in it. I'm not completely done. I have to draw in the trees. Those are just marks for where I'm going to put the trees. But then I lined up the sun, the sunset there, with the hole in the guitar there. And then you'll see when I go to color these with colored pencil that I actually chose a color that sort of helps them blend together, but that will be a little bit. I gotta finish these trees real quick first. Okay, so I got the guitar up here all colored in. So now I'm going to do the landscape down here and get all the colors ready. And then once I have that done, I'll transfer that to this. And probably what I'll do with the sun is I'll probably just erase it and have it as like a white spot there for the sun. That way there's not a line there on both of those. And I did line that up so that it looks like the hole there a little bit. And then here on the whatever that's called, the end part of the guitar, I just filled it up with the trees, like it's continuing on the landscape there. So we'll go ahead and color this landscape down here, and then we'll move on to that. And so with the sunset colors, it's sort of like orange, or a light orange or yellow, and goes up to like a dark orange or reddish towards the top. So that's gonna look pretty neat here, because it's gonna be similar to this color, but a little bit different, but it'll help sort of merge them together, which is pretty neat. You'll see a little bit more about that once I actually get to it. All right, let's go ahead and get started and start coloring it. So actually what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna color one spot down here at a time. So like right now, I'm gonna do this layer of mountain and the trees, and then I'm gonna go up here and do that section with the trees. That way I remember what color I used and what areas need to be sort of like lighter, like right here. And then that way I can sort of keep track of that going back and forth. Instead of doing all this and then doing all that, I'll forget what colors I used at which, like which mountain range and stuff. So I'll do that instead. That way it's consistent between the two of them. Okay, so now I've got all of them colored in, and you can see how I sort of merged the two. So this one's a little more of a simple version of smashing them together, because I just did the outline of the guitar with the landscape inside there. And I chose this landscape because I like the mountains and stuff, but also because it has sort of that orange sunset or sunrise color to it. So it sort of merges well with the original color of the guitar. Then I aligned the sun with where this hole is here. So it looks pretty cool. So this is a pretty neat project. I really like it because it's not only something that really has like endless possibilities, and it's pretty fun to try and figure out how to merge two things together, but it also is something that it really shows your personality in it, and it's things that you're interested in. So it really makes it a pretty interesting project. And so we got this one that we just finished up here with the guitar and the landscape for music and nature. And then the one I did earlier is this one here, which I already showed you, has the paint palette and the pepperoni pizza merged together. And there's endless possibilities. Like if you were, let's say you liked video games and plants, you could do like a PlayStation controller with vines wrapped around it or something. It doesn't necessarily have to be completely merging the two like this where you're making it different. You can combine them in that way of having like the controller with the vines wrapping around it or something like that. So really it's a great project to really unlock your imagination. And it's something that showcases your personality and your interests too. So let me know some of your ideas in the comments, and I hope you guys try this out and have some fun with it. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.